All right. Good evening once more. Like I said, this night, what we plan to do is how to understand how to use our various syntax, SQL syntax, to manage our database, create table, insert data, query table, drop table, do a lot of things. So now SQL is about query, is a query language. So we use SQL to manage database. We use SQL to talk to database, get information, get something into database, get something out of database, modify something in database, delete table. These are what SQL is all about: querying, management, and manipulation of data in database. So now we have done installation. You see everything now is done. Done installation. We've tested and see that our database is working. So have this is the record we have been using, the record for food tracker cells. This is the record we use during our, we continue to use the same record, food tracker cells table. So we're going to look at how to create food tracker table, start some record and query it. And that is what we are going to be doing. And after then, I will want everybody to perform this kind of operation. Once we can perform something like this, then yes, we can say that we can use SQL very well in a database. So this is our table. And this is the SQL command we are going to use. So as a data analyst, the one we need is how to manage a database, creating access, and this revoking is not part of our job as a data analyst. So that's why I remove such. So we're going to focus on these two categories: data definition language, which the purpose is to define the structure of the database, and then data manipulation language. The purpose is to manipulate data within database table. So these are the two categories of SQL syntax we are going to try to understand how to use them, mainly data manipulation. And these are the things we have a step-by-step guide on what we plan to do. So we create a database. Hope we've all known how to create the database. We have to create a database, and then we continue from step 2, where we are going to create a table. The last time we created a table, we created a table manually. So that's why we'll try to see that our database is working or is working. So everything we are going to do today, we are not going to be querying, we're not going to be working in the database manually. As a data analyst, you might not have the opportunity to work in a database manually. It's only the database administrators or developers that will have the opportunity to, database engineers, that's developers, that can work within database manually. So as a data analyst, you have the permission only to manipulate data within the database, and that's what we're going to focus on. So to create a table, this table we've seen above. The sales table will have different columns. We'll have this ID order, product, region, quantity, price, customer ID, and order date. So to create this table, you see, this is the syntax we are going to use. Create table cells, and we'll put a bracket, a parenthesis as bracket here, where we put the data we want to create. We use to create the table here, and this is going to be the order ID. Once we state the column, here we state the type of data type. You see here is integer, a primary key. We separate it with a comma, and then we'll put another product. We'll put just the, if you remember the same thing when we are creating table, we select integer, we select text, we select rel, and we have to create not null for all of them, just like the way we are doing it manually. But this time, we are not going to be doing it manually. So we have to understand how to write this in this form. And then after writing them, every statement here, within the brackets, we separate it with a comma. So all of them, these are various column with a comma, and once we write the statement finish, we close the statement with a semicolon. Once we write our syntax, we use our syntax, write it this way, and run it in the server editor of the database, we should be able to get a result. We should be able to create a table. So that is the thing we need to do. So let's, okay. Sorry, you guys are not seeing. I thought are you seeing my screen? I did ask you guys.
Yes, sir. Yes,
okay.
sir.
Okay, good. Good. So
Yes,
that
sir.
is what we are going to be doing. Then after this, the next thing we are going to do, once we run this, you know, I cannot share this. I have to talk us through this note before I start doing it practical, because once I start showing my, once I start presenting my database, I won't be able to show this. So let me run this down, and then we can then do it in our as in our database, SQL database. So you see the way we're doing it. But this is the first thing we're going to do to create a table. So this is the syntax we are going to run. We are going to run this command within the database editor, SQL editor. We run it. We should be able to create a table. And then we have to insert record into the table. From the table, the table we have, we are going to insert. So we are going to insert this into the, which I want to insert this, which I want you guys to maybe insert the full table into this. So this is the command we are going to use to insert record into this table. Once we create the table, like you see here, insert into cells. Order, that is the table we've just created. This is the value we are going to insert into the table we've just created. Once we run this, we should be able to create a record, insert record into our table. And once we insert this record, we need to verify to make sure that the record, this record we inserted, although if you have error, it's going to the system will show error message will appear telling us where we have error, where we made a mistake. But after inserting it, we need to see it. Like I said, we're not, everything we're going to be doing is not going to be manual. We have to be using a command to query the database. So to see this table, once we start this table, we're going to use this command. Once we run this command, we should be able to see that this record will be inserted. And then the next is to update record. Update this record. This record here, if we want to modify a record here, you remember the last time we were doing table, we can go to modify and do it manually. Now, if we create a table and if we want to, and we start a record, we want to modify data in the table, we are not going to be doing it manually. We are going to use this to modify the, like here you see, modify the price of order. This order 1001 from 1,500 to 1,550. So once we run this, update cells is table, update cells, set price 150 where order is. So this order, where order is 1001. So once we set it, it's going to, overrun this and impute a new record in this particular. So that's, once we run this, we should be able to get this. And to view, we run the table again, select table, we see this change here within the table. Then, if we want to delete a record in a table, this is what we do, like remove the record order 1006. This order, if you want to delete this order, this is the syntax or the command we run. Delete from cells where order is equal to And once we run that, we should be able to delete this particular record. So that is it. So after that, we can then do some practical example, like to find the total sales revenue by region, just like what we are using the pivot table to do. We can find total sales by region. We can find list top 3 products sold by quantity. We can equally find customers with multiple orders. We can equally view specific dates. So we want to know the number, the cells within a specific date. We can choose a specific date. Just everything we can do within the, like you see the way we are using pivot table to manipulate the data in the spreadsheet. We can use this to equally achieve the same purpose in our database using SQL. So, and here, if we want to drop the table, we can use this to drop the table. And that is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to go to the database and start from there. So the table there, I have to drop the table and we'll start afresh. So okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy all this to our WhatsApp group. Oh, sorry, my WhatsApp group here is. I'm going to have this thing here. I'm going to copy them to our charts here so that you can follow what I'm doing. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Oh, it's okay, sir.
So that when I'm running, you'll be following, and as I'm doing on my own, you'll be doing it on your own as well. So give me time to copy it and paste there. Mhm. I think the chart cannot contain the okay. I'll do it bit by bit, but I think the text is too large to be listed once. Okay. I'll do it step by step. I think that will make sense. I'll start from step 2. Step 2. Yeah, this is step 2. Okay. Step 3. It's not pasting the whole. Let me get the rest. Yeah. So if you post till 107 here, then you can copy 108 to join to complete, because you can see this chart is limiting the amount of text you can type in here. And my WhatsApp, my desktop WhatsApp application, I need to update it, so it's not here. I would have posted everything in WhatsApp once and you have access to it. Oh, sorry about that.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
You posted 107, 1007, 108 two times.
Yes. It cuts. You see, you have to do some. You see here, it cut from here. So the point is, when you want to write in your editor, you copy from to 107, then you come to 108, ignore this 107, copy from 108 and complete. The point I'm making here is cutting. I cannot post the full information because it's limiting. Are you getting the point I'm making?
Yes, sir.
So I've pasted it on WhatsApp.
Okay, if you posted it, you've edited it and posted it on WhatsApp.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you for that. Like I said, it would have been easier for post everything in WhatsApp, but my WhatsApp editor, my WhatsApp desktop, I need to update it. So, and I don't want to update it now. If I might want to update it now and my whole system might start shaking, I don't want anything to disrupt this class. So WhatsApp would have been easiest way to, WhatsApp have become very handy. So, and then step 4. And step 5. Step 5 is here. Step 6. Okay. Practical example to find total sales revenue by region. list top 3 products sold by quantity. Find customer with multiple order. And then view cells between specific dates. And then drop table. So here I've posted the whole information. So the next thing I need to do is to go to my SQL. So that's the what I need to do. And once I go there, I'll drop the table I've got there. So start. So stop sharing this for now. And I have to share my I'm sharing my database browser for SQLite. Okay. Okay. If you come here in our this thing, you see the set table we created here, but I have to start afresh. So the first thing I have to do is to have to drop the table I have here, and I'm working on the Putraku database. So I will have to I want to drop this table and I run. So you find out that here, if I come over here, see I don't have any table here. So there is no table here. So I have to create a table using SQL command. I'm not going to create it manually. So that's the purpose. So okay. So in order to create this table using SQL command, with this one we have to use this command and we'll have a table created. We can equally create it manually. We've done manual creation last time. So, but we are not, as data analysts, we are not going to be having opportunity to create it manually. So yeah, and you run here. You see here, I've created it, and then we need to verify this table we've created. Here we see to see if we actually will go to database structure to check if this table is created. We go to database here, check. You see we have the sales table here. So let's click on this drop down to see if we have all these columns created. So in fact, you see the drop down, this is the table here. This is the column, the order ID, product, region, quantity, price, customer ID, order by date. So it's well created. You can check your own. I hope you are running with me. Are you running with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
Why? I thought we agreed to run it together.
Did you first drop the former table we created the other day?
Yes.
Or is it still in the database?
I've dropped it. I've dropped it. I want us to see how to create that table we created. We created that table manually, didn't we? Yeah. That's everything we did that time. We did everything manually. So we want to use SQL throughout to run everything, because that is what we are going to be doing. The main purpose of this topic, SQL manipulation, is how to use SQL to manipulate a database. If we are creating record manually, it means we are not using SQL. We have to use.
Get out from here, two of you.
So we have to use SQL. Are you getting it? Are we following?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, for me, when you drop the table, I didn't see where you dropped the table and when you started the new one, copy it. But I saw when you executed it.
Okay, you didn't see when I dropped the table. If you go up, you see the syntax for, you see it here. If you want to drop a table, just go to, you see drop table cells, semicolon, that is it, it's going to drop. Go to, that is the last command I posted on the chart. If you go to the chart, you will see it. If you want to drop the table to clean their database, so you can start afresh with us, go there and use drop table cells, and it's going to clean every table you have. We want to start everything afresh because we want to start want to run everything using a command. Are you getting it, Ephraim?
That is the issue I'm having too. Where to see the drop table, the icon.
The drop table command.
Yes, sir.
Can you come to the chart
Okay.
in our meeting, in this Google Meet? If you come
Okay,
to the chat, okay, if you come to, because I don't want to go away from, I don't want to share my lecture notes again. If you go to the chart, the last text I posted is drop table cells. That is the command. It's very simple command. Can you see that?
I can see it. DLL command.
Drop table cells. Just that is it. That's what you need. Or you can write it. Okay, if you can, let me go back and drop the table again so you see it. If the command is what you are looking for, I will go back and see this table I've created. Okay, I'll drop the table. Sorry. Okay. There is a table here. If you go to database structure, let's just start afresh. If you go to database structure, are you following? Here you see
Yes, sir.
a table here. This is the table. I want to drop this table. If you click on this table, you see it here. But because we want to start together, I will come back to SQL editor, you see, and I would write this command to drop the table. The command is just drop table cells. And I'll put semicolon and I will run it. I will run it. And if we go back, now I've run this, I will clean my editor. So let's go here. You see the table is gone. Can you see that the table is gone? So with that,
Yes, sir.
you can drop a table. So we don't have any table in our database now. So we want to create a new table in our database. And then after creating a table, we're going to use a SQL command to create the table, and then we use SQL command to insert record into the table. Okay. The next thing I will do is to create a table. Now I've dropped the existing table there. I have to create a new table. So if you are following, you go to the chart, and I posted this on the chart. This particular command, create a table, is on the chart, and somebody is equally in our WhatsApp. So if you go there, you can see it. All you need to do is we created this. You can create this manually, but it's very simple to create manually, and it's equally very simple if we have learn how to write this command. So, and I will run it. Once I run it, it should be able to create a table if there is no, if I've not made any mistake anywhere. And I'll run. And you come back here. This is the, always, if there is error, coming down here is going to tell me there is error, but there is no error. It says execution finished without error and created table with this. So now I have to verify if this table is created by
Sorry,
going.
sir.
Okay.
Sorry, sir.
Okay.
Please, can you repeat this? But my own is showing error. I don't know why it's showing error.
You inserted a table.
Yes.
Okay. Did you create a database?
No, I think I dropped the former one.
You
Yes.
dropped the table, or you just dropped the table. You didn't.
Then I now inserted this one now and run it.
Okay.
Now showing me error. So I don't know if I'm doing the right thing.
Is there any other person having such? Is there another person following that having error?
I initially have error too, sir, but what I did was that I went to that SQL table, then I dropped the table and clean off the drop table I did. So immediately I start it again. It said finish without errors.
So did you, the person having error, did you drop the existing table?
Yes, I dropped the existing table, the former one we created, nearest. So I dropped that one, and it showed me wherever finished that, like what is showed in your own when you drop your table. So I might have to go back to the execution SQL and insert this record now. So I don't know why my own. So when I run it, it's not showing me error. But I don't know if I'm doing the right thing.
Okay. I want you to check is that look at this to see if there is another thing you added. Maybe you copied another thing outside of this. You see,
Okay, sir.
start from, you see here, create a table, check everything here, and
Okay.
you are seeing my, let me enlarge my screen, see if it can be better.
So, mine started from inserting to cells, other ID products.
You started from
Inserting to cells, other ID product, region, quantity.
you see my own here. Your own should be the same thing like this. Create table. We are creating a table. We are not inserting anything. Are you getting it?
Okay.
So if you are using insert, then you are imputing the wrong command. I showed step by step. At this point, what we are creating is a table. We are not inserting any record. Where are you inserting the record? There is no table to insert the record. So you have to create a table where you will insert the record. Can you do this? Can you create the table first? Clean your editor. All these things here, delete everything here, and then write this one, create a table first. Let's see.
Okay.
It shouldn't be taking you this time. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Where are you at the moment?
I've cleaned my editor.
Okay.
So that your own is too tiny for me. I'm not seeing it very well.
Is there any other person struggling to see my screen?
Yeah, it was like before, sir, but you reduce it. It's like you press something now, the size reduce.
Okay. Is it?
Okay. It's bigger now.
Okay.
Okay. It's better now.
You don't need to be copying from here. We've posted this particular command on the chat box. Can you see it on the chat?
Yeah, I'm going back to our WhatsApp. Let me check it there.
Not even WhatsApp. If you this particular meeting here, if you go to this
It was okay. Other ID. So you say no need typing it manually.
if you can
copy
type it, just for it because of time, that's what I'm saying. If you are waiting for you to type, if you can type fast, but why I'm saying why you are typing it, because we posted every of this command here already to make it easier for us. We have limited time. That's why I'm trying to do this. Hello.
I know, so I'm typing it to one after the other because it's that manner all I did yesterday that I'm used to. So, but if it's to delay, maybe you should.
No, it's not. But you have the information. That's what I'm trying to say. You have access to the information you are typing. You are in this meeting, and it's on the chat box.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm typing it from there.
You can't copy. It's not copyable.
I copied it and I pasted it on my this thing. The thing did not give me exactly like when I'm adding. If I add field 1, field 2, the thing just went straight. It did not go. It did not appear the way it should. So that's why I'm typing it.
Okay.
That is okay. I've gotten it.
Have you typed it? Have you run it?
Yes.
Is it fine now?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Thank you, sir.
No worries. Okay. Now we've created this table. So to make sure that this table do exist, we come here. That is the table you see. That you have to verify that the table is there. Like, see, the table is there. So we'll go back to our editor. We claim this command in order to run another command. So now we have a table. It's time to insert record inside our table. So I think that's the mistake you made before, that you inserted record without a table. So, but now we have a table. We can then go and insert some values into the table. So this is the table. This is the table column. And this is the value we need to insert inside the table. So I'll come here. This value, I need to insert this value inside the table of record. I will use Control V. And so this is the value I want to be inserted into this table. And I'll run. So it's now showing executed without error. So it means the record is inserted very well. So, but I need to verify that the record is inserted. So I need to select the table. I need to select the table to see if there is any record in the table. And I need to run SQL. So to do that, I'll clean my editor again, so I can run a fresh. So to check if there is record, I will select the table. Once the table appears, I will see. So what I'll do is select from table. So once I run this command, the table will be able to show here, and I'll see if there is. So let me run. So you can see, I've verified, you can see that the record, this is the table, and you see the record has been inserted inside the table using the command. So that is it. Okay, the next thing is to update the table. update the table record. I need to update the record in this table, and this record number one, you see this number one row, the first row is 1001, and if you look at this row, the price here is 1,500. So I want to change this price from 1,500 to 1,550. So this is the update I need to make on this particular record. To achieve that, I need a command in order to update my table record. So I'll claim this editor and run this command. So that when the price in this particular row at that price, which is this, should be changed to 550. And we run it. So now it used to be 5,005. So let's look at the table again to see. So that is modification. We've modified some values or record. So from 1,500 to 1,000. So let's check, let's check and see if it's there. So we run another command, Control V. So let's check. So you see, from 1,500 to 550. Are we following? Are you guys following?
Yes, sir.
Good. So Nkechi, I hope you are following.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, the next thing is to step 6. We need to delete the step 5 is to modify record in our table. So then we need to delete a record from our table. So we need to delete, if you go to record column, if you go to order ID 1006, that is row 1006. If you go to order ID, we need to delete that particular row or that particular order ID. So that is step 6. So what we're doing here is kind of modification, inserting, removing from the table. So you see we are managing our table, manipulating our table the way we want it. So 1006 That is it here. If you are looking at it here, you see order ID 1006. The product is rice. The region is Kano. Quantity is 1. Price is 1,500. Customer ID is 104. And the date is 25th of August 2004. So we want to remove this order ID. We want to delete this row. This order ID 106. Is it 106? Okay, let's see. So order ID 106, delete from cells where order ID is 106. And let's run. And then we need to verify. So by verifying, all we need to do is select from cell. Run select from cell, and we'll check if 106 is deleted. So we want to verify. So let's see the sales table again. And so we see order 105 and order 107. The order 106 is gone. So see, meaning that we successfully updated our table by deleting a row from our table. And the next thing is we have to find total cell by region. So that is a kind of analysis with the first part we've been update, insert into the table, delete. We can use this for data cleaning or data, making our data. For instance, if we have duplicate data, so we can use that delete to clean up wherever. And in a situation we're comfortable with our table, we can start querying our table to get insights into the table, like finding the total sales revenue by region to understand the region that is doing better. So that's what we're going to do now. So we have to start analyzing this, what we call analysis. Okay, we clean the so you just make sure that anytime you want to run a fresh command on the editor, you must clean the existing text in the editor. If you don't clean it and add another one and run it, so the first one you left will then go and duplicate a function. So that's why you need to always clean before Also remember that. So we want to find revenue, total revenue by region. So from our table, sales, and with this command, we should be able to get something done. So now we see from our table, we see region, we have Abuja, Ibadan, Kano, Lagos, and Port Harcourt. And then the total revenue from Abuja is 6,000, and Ibadan is 20,800, and Kano is 7,200, and Lagos is 11,750, and Port Harcourt is 8,000. So we've seen it by region. So you see here, it started giving us insight. So these are the things we are doing with a pivot table. If you remember pivot table in the spreadsheet, we use pivot table to be able to see sales by region, total revenue by region. So let's do more insights to understand the list, the top 3 products sold by quantity. So we'll go back here, pick this command, and yeah. Products sold by quantity, and we run it. So we see here top products sold by, a list of top products sold by quantity. So with this will give us insights of the product that is going market, the most sought after product, in our company. This is giving us that you see sugar by quantity, 10 quantities of sugar, oil, 9 quantities of oil, and rice, let's say 5 bags of rice. So you see here, these are the top 3. So, and we use by descending order, and that is, you see the way descending from the top to the bottom. Okay, let's get more insights from what is happening in our table. Find the customers with multiple orders. So we want to find customers who come back to buy again, So customers who, this will help us to, if we want to query the table or the database, to find out loyal customers who comes back again and again. So multiple customers with multiple orders, so that with that we can be sending them virtual card or loyalty card, or so select customer, count orders as cells. And so this is the customers with multiple orders. So you see here having orders greater than 1. So not one order. So greater than 1. Anybody who have purchased order more than 1, that is the meaning of this command, order greater than 1. So, and you select from customer ID with order greater than 1 from the sales table. So we see that this is customer ID 101, 3 products, 102 purchase 3 products as well, and 103 purchased 2 products from our platform. Okay, let's get more insights from our data. And this time we need to find out cells within specific dates. So we want to understand cells between 1st of August 2004 and 1st of September. So within 1 month, that's what we are trying to find out within this range of period. So this specific date between 1st of August and 1st of September. That is the sales period we are trying to find out. So we clean the editor to run a fresh command. So select cells. Then select from cells where order date is between 1st August and 1st September 2024. So, and we run. So now we run this, we see this is all the cells we made within 1 month. This is 1 month cells. So, and yeah. And that is it. So, and number 9 is to drop a table. So if we want to drop a table, we use drop table cells and everything will be gone. So that's it. And so that's our full table. So, and because at times we might want to, get something out of here. If we want to export data, like this table, we want to export it out of this database. Maybe you want to export it in a spreadsheet and use spreadsheet to analyze the data, or want to get it in a spreadsheet so that we can use Power BI. You see, can you see my export? Can you see the export?
No, sir.
Okay, because of this, if you let me just say it out so that you can.
Yes, I've seen it. Export to CSV.
Good. Go to File. For those who cannot see it, if you want to export data out of the database, if you go to File, if you click on File, you scroll down to, you see Import and Export. If you go to Export, so you see Database.
I've seen it.
So you see Table. Okay, good. So if you want to export it in a spreadsheet, you click on CSV file. If you export it on CSV file, it should be exported. So with that, you can use another software like Power BI. You can use Tableau. You can use this thing to start working on your data. So in so many cases, you might not be opportune to be doing a lot of analysis, or even the analysis you are doing here is not visible to stakeholders. So it's just visible to you working on the database. So if you want to do a work, all you need to do is get the data out of the SQL, and out of the data, use SQL to get data out of this. You can use a particular thing to select a particular type of data you want and then export it. So, and yeah. So this is the basic question we want to achieve tonight. So want to make sure that everybody knows how to, you follow this step by step, how to interact with a database using SQL command. And you see we have been applying it one after the other, interacting, and it has been giving us results. So that is how you query your database to get information from your database. Okay, based on what we've done, I know those that are having challenges while solving it along the way. Do we have any question? Okay. All right. based on this, we need to tomorrow we'll get what we need to do for the week to be able to analyze full track data sets in different way using SQL. So that's what we plan to do, and after then, yeah, we should be able to close our business with SQL, and then we'll move to data visualization. All right. Thank you for tonight. For those, if you are still struggling in any way, the note will be ready. By tomorrow morning, I'll be uploading the video and the note. So, okay, Mr. Ephraim.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. I can hear you.
I want to find out. I want to find out this SQL. Can it accept data like in table, or is it only CSV files, CSV data files that can be inserted into SQL?
Is CSV format, because this data is what do you see, data in table or what? You made a mention whether it accepts data in what? Let me be clear of what you say.
In tabular form,
Yes, CSV
tabular
file
form,
is,
or is it only?
yeah, that is data in tabular form. Data in tabular form is that what we call CSV. Yeah.
CSV is a comma separated values, not in tabular form.
Yeah, but if you export it in a CSV, that's how it's going to be in table in Excel sheet. It's separated. Are you getting me? If you export data in CSV, you are going to get it in table.
Okay, what I'm saying is this: data in table already, can it be exported into the structural query language database?
Whether it can be exported out or imported, exported.
Sorry, imported into the structural query language database, or is it the data must be in CSV format?
The data schema must be in CS. That is what the database accepts. So if it's not in that, before you can get it into the
CSV.
database, you must convert
Data
it
form.
into CSV. So you must use the data schema. You know, that's what we call data schema. You have to understand the data schema. So the data schema this database accepts is CSV or in SQL format. You see what we are doing? We get data in, you get a table, we convert it to SQL. All this we are running, we are converting the data, the record into SQL before we can start it into the database. Are you getting my point? So,
Yes,
if you want to, yeah?
Yes, sir. Yes, I'm
So
getting
you
it.
must convert any data you want to bring it into the it depends on the database you are working on. Most time relational database, that is the database you can use SQL. Relational database, you have to use SQL, and before you can get data into the relational database, you have to convert the data into the schema the database is using. And in our own, this SQLite, the data schema is using SQL schema, so you can convert your data into SQL before you can get it in. You can convert it into CSV file before you can get it into the database. So without that, it is going to be difficult. So, but our own here, you see, we use SQL to insert data. So with that, if we do not convert it into SQL schema, we wouldn't be able to use SQL to get it into the database.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. All right. We are going to stop here tonight. If you have any question, you can still put it on in our WhatsApp forum, so we'll attend to you there. So good night, and see you tomorrow.